Sorry about that. What's going on, Rams Nation? Coach Al here, talking to you. Clifton Rams football, week 7 in the books, and that's right, week 7 and the full regular season. Now that we don't have a week 8, which we'll get into a little bit in a moment at the end of this, after we cover some of the highlights of this week. Which, from those who went to the games, it was 3 straight losses for the 3 games going on tonight, on Saturday afternoon, morning into the afternoon, I should say. A clean sweep by the Chichester Crusaders. Freshmen 24-0, sophomores 28-7, and juniors 37-7. But there was some good things to take out of the bad here, some learning experiences. No guests for you guys tonight, but I do have a quote from Coach Steve of the juniors, and I've been talking to a lot of the coaches. Oh, actually, we do have a guest. I lied. Apparently, we're going to have Coach Arizzi coming on from the sophomores to talk a little bit about this week and things moving forward. And we're going to take a little look here at the postseason, what matchups could be, because there still is games to play this coming week for the 302 Sharks versus the Drexel Hill Raiders. And Darby is also playing Cobbs Creek. So we have a couple games going on that could adjust this. But we'll look at what the current situation is and what could be looking forward into the postseason. And guys, remind you that these results are brought to you by Grossinger Neuropain Specialist, 610-521-6063, right in Eddystone at 1510 Chester Pike, or go to phillysportsdoc.com. Find out about all their regenerative medicine options with Dr. Bruce Grossinger and staff. So, guys, check them out. They are one of the great sponsors. Speaking of great sponsors, don't forget the Broadway Bar and Grill, the Original Clam Tavern, Paul Revere Pizza, Bernie's Pretzels, Coastal Softwatch, Keystone Quality Transport, County-wide Towing and Hauling, the American Legion, post number 358, Mary's Bar and Grill, Mary's Cafe, Delco Electric, and, of course, this show could not be done without the great assistance and the great work of Tommy Doc and Quantov Productions, and all the great work that they do. If they didn't do such great breakdowns of these clips for me that I can go through with you, I don't know how I would get it done in a 24-hour turnaround. But thank you to all those sponsors for making this awesome as usual. So as usual, I will start with the freshmen. We're going to have some things to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about coming up this month between the playoffs coming next month. Number one would be the Rams raffle. For those who are checking it out, we have $10 per ticket. So if you haven't turned your tickets in yet, please do so. If you want to sell them. First place wins $500. First place seller wins $500, and then cash prizes for the rest. Drawing will be Halloween evening, sometime 8:30, 9:30 in the evening, after all the trick or treating has been done. So we'll check that out. And like I said, the only 3 games were played against Chichester. They had no senior team, so my senior team did not play this week. Well, did not play Chichester this week. We will touch a little bit upon that as well. So let's get into the freshmen here. Right now, let's start with the first video here. Just a great strip from number 14, Ashton Jackson, and number 88, Jax Driscoll, for the recovery fumble here for the freshman team. Big recovery fumble there. Great teamwork by strip sack Ashton Jackson there, as well as number 88, Jax Driscoll, jumping on the ball. And guys, remind you that if you want to join in the conversation, the comments are allowed, especially on Facebook. I will try to show your comments up on the screen. So here's Tommy Doc right now. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Sorry I couldn't make it this week. Tommy, we love what you do. Keep up the great work as usual. There's Joey Driscoll cheering on his son, Jax, as well. Guys, good stuff. I'll put it up here as well. If you comment in, if you comment on the Instagram, I'll try to hit them up, but you guys move so fast, it's kind of hard to keep up with. I don't have the ability to throw them up on the screen, but we'll work on that as we go along here. Number two here. As the quarter comes in, number 14, Ashton Jackson again, slows the Crusaders running back down, allows number 1, Daniel Massey, and number 5, Major Corley, to bring them down in the backfield. big hit behind the line, doing some major work there. Let's look at Daniel Massey again. Number one, big man Daniel Massey doing his job, stopping the Crusaders running back, bringing them down to stop the extra point attempt.
Let's go, Santino, get attacked! Come on, get back! Get it, Daniel! Get it! Let's go, Daniel!
All right, number 4, a big chunk play here. Number 14, Ashton Jackson at it again, breaking 3 tackles for about 20 yards in this one. Big run right there. There's Coach Arizia. You can jump on in about a few moments when I get to the end. I have 9 clips here for the freshmen. I have 9 clips for all 3 teams, so that works out perfectly. I think it's the first time it ever happened. So, Coach, you could jump on in a few minutes. We'll keep you in the green room until we're ready to move on to the sophomores. Yes, Danielle, Jax, great job. Adam, what is going on, my friend? So let's look at the next clip here. Number 5 for the freshman here. Another big chunk play. Right up the gut for the big man. Number 1, Daniel Massey again, while he bulldozed some Crusaders defenders.
There you go. Get him. Let's go, Daniel. Let's go.
Big hit there, big play, big chunk yards. Number 6 again. Tell me if you heard this name before. Daniel Massey showing some fancy footwork this time. Not just bulldozing, but working his way up the sideline. And just love watching the big man move.
Hey, Devin, number 8. Come on, Daniel.
All right, number 7 on the night for the freshman. Number 40, Santino Androsi speeds down the Crusader side for around a 20-yard chunk play there. All right. And again, Santino Androsi at it again. This time he sheds a Crusaders defender off his back, cuts up the middle, and turns what could have been a loss into a gain.
Kev, number 8.
Some smart running from Santino there. And number 9. Oh, actually, let's hit some comments here. We got a couple comments. We're getting number 9 in. Coach Don Green chiming in here. Tough loss. We're making some adjustments in the playoffs. Stay tuned. Absolutely. Please stay tuned. Alfred coming in here. Good run. Awesome work. Absolutely, Alfred. And the last clip for the night for the freshman team. Big fumble recovery by the Rams in the play here, including many Rams in this play, actually, including number 14, Ashton Jackson, number 19, Asai Lloyd.
Let's go.
Big fumble recovery, and that is your highlights tonight for the freshmen. Like I said, not a win, but watching the young men grow, that is what this is really all about. So let's check in on here real quick, guys. I want to look here. Why we get some of the stuff here, because for some reason my graphics are being a little wonky. But we're gonna have Coach Arizzi joining us shortly, so we can go over the sophomores. Will help me break down again wasn't a win, but watching these young men grow, learn, definitely, like I said, as I've done this show week in and week out, plus hang on the sidelines, just really, a great work there. Let me just give me one sec, guys. I'm going to pull this up here. Ooh. Sorry about that. They are being a little wonky. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry about that. That was just being a little technical difficulty there. But I remind you guys that we have a lot coming up here. And like I said, we have the Rams raffle coming up. So get your tickets in. We got the Halloween, but also your banquet tickets. Let's get them in soon because we have to lock this in. $30 for adults, $20 for your child. I know Lynn will be up there this week, and anybody in the snack bar will be able to sell you your banquet tickets. I know some of you have put stuff into your coaches on the Team Snap. If you want to go, lock them in. Let us know. It is a great way to celebrate this great year and the great work that your children have done. So if you haven't, please do so we can start locking up the date because it will be due sooner than you think. I know it says December 5th, but this we have to get it in like well ahead of time, lock some things in. So check that out, guys. So go see them for your Rams raffles as well as your sports banquet tickets right away. So as we wait for Coach Dave to chime in here, he will be chiming in. We're going to look a little bit at this. We are, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about the playoffs. So while we wait for him, let me actually pull up the playoff on here from the website. Now I'm going to try to see this. You guys can read this. This is a little tough here reading it on the website, but we'll go for it now. So pretty much 1 would play 8, 2 would play 7, 3 would play 6, and then 4 and 5 would play each other. So this is still up in the air because right now 302 and Drexel Hill, who are at 3 and 4 right now, are playing, right? And they still have to play. And we're going to look into this. But if everything was to end right now, Clifton Heights would be heading to play 302 Sharks. But like I said, they still have to play. So there's a little bit left that could be here. 302 could drop down. Drexel Hill could move up. Just a couple other things that still have to kind of play. Darby has to play Prospect Park. So a couple things still have to kind of iron their way out. I mean, Cobbs Creek, sorry. Some things have to iron their way out. But if these standings were to stay the same, that's what we'd be looking for from a playoff standpoint. And we'll talk about the sophomores in a second. But speaking of the sophomores, we are going to bring in Coach Dave Arizzi. Coach Dave, what is going on?
How you doing, Al?
Just living the dream here. So, Coach, and you're going to go, we'll talk a little about them after each play and let you tell us what you think about the kids as they grow and as they find out a little bit more about the game of life and football here.
Hey, you're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about each one individually. So let's start with sophomore clip number 1. This is a loose ball. Ball comes loose by the Cifton Rams, knock out of the Crusaders' hand for number 17, Julian Gagliano on the recovery here. Let's look at it real quick.
14! Go! Get the ball!
Big play there for Julian. Tell us about that as you were watching it unfold.
Oh, well, he played a great game. He was getting through every play, almost every play. I seen him make a big jump this year. He's been playing really good. Came a long way from last year. But, yeah, he had a good game.
Yeah, no, and as you say that about him, and there's a lot of guys here we could say that about too.
Yeah.
It's like I said, maybe the wins haven't been there to show off all the production lately, but the growth of the young men has definitely been there. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about clip number 2 here. This is a big one. Number 1, Chase Kellum is a name you're going to hear a couple times tonight. Streaks down the Crusaders sideline for about 20 yards. Yep, that was a big play right there. Tell us a little bit about Chase and that play itself.
Yeah, well, he had a good game too. Like I said, we were down 12 players. I'm proud of all of them. They really showed up. They played, and that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, I know injuries and things have been a little bit of a pain in the butt, especially for the sophomore team this year. I mean, it's part of the game, I know that, but sometimes when they pile up and certain positions seem to have like one right after the other, that does play a little bit. But back to Chase for a second. Again, Chase with another big run, just missing the touchdown by a yard. So let's look at this one real quick.
Pull the play! Go! Running! Running!
Another big run by Chase there. Just pushed out of bounds, just at the yard or two before the touchdown. Man, he's quick, man. Just watching him play, it's got to be fun coaching him.
Yeah, very fun coaching him. I get him back, I think, next year too. But he's been doing this all year for us, so I just can't wait to keep coaching him, and he'll only get better.
That's right, and I think all of them will fall in that suit. But let's talk about number 3 here. We have a couple in a row for number 3, Mason Duckett. He kind of puts the seal on it with a touchdown.
Yes.
Big run there for Mason. And we'll kind of look at number 5 here, too, since they kind of go hand in hand with Mason. So we can talk about Mason himself for a moment. Mason here now, you'll see a tough run for a big chunk play here at number 5.
Good job, Lloyd!
So Mason right there, number 1, you got the touchdown, watching him push through there. Again, kind of Crusaders riding his back. Just watching a kid that young who can play that tough. It's got to be that's got to be interesting to watch a guy. Keep watching him continue to grow.
Yeah, he had a great game yesterday. He was doing that all game. He ran really hard, and I'm just proud of him. He had a great game. He had our only touchdown on the day, but he played a hell of a game.
Yeah, that's right. Back to Chase Kellum again. Chase is at it again. Another big run. Gets him right there by the first down marker. So watching these guys play, Chase, all of them, I'm sure, Mason and everybody we've talked about and probably haven't talked about, because that's the one thing about doing these highlight reels and kind of breaking things up a little bit. It does make it a little difficult talking about everyone, because the O-line was doing kind of came out a little wobbly in the beginning, but really kind of solidified. Again, that's another area you kind of really lost a lot of guys throughout the season in keep helping your skills guys do what they do best. But even though, like I said, it wasn't a win for you guys, tell me what it is to watch Chase and all these guys just continue to play like the scoreboard's not even there.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really proud of all the guys that showed up. And you're right, they did play good. They had a great game on the offensive line. They're only getting better. With each game goes by, they only get better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's it.
All right. We got a couple more here before we let you go. Let's look at our 3 more actually total, but we'll kind of fire through these a little bit. But number 23, Gavin, with a big time fumble recovery here.
Yeah, we got it!
It seems to be a big kind of theme, if you want to call it that, throughout this year so far. Again, the wins weren't there, but guys always had a chance. There's always a fighting chance in there, getting big time fumble recoveries. The presence of these guys. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, like you said, it ain't all about wins, wins and losses. It's about coaching the kids and watching them get better every game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, I tell people, even at the senior level, the developmental stage. It's a developmental stage, so watch them do their thing. It's pretty fun. Let's look at number 8 here. A muffed handoff by the Crusaders, recovered by Jakari Smith.
Let's go! Chase 135!
Like I said, if you watch these games, if you watch these clips, I know you guys do. I'll be sending you guys your video shortly of the entire game. Fumble recovery seems to be a 2 to 3 a game. I feel like anywhere. Really, defense can help to keep the offense on the field. Just what's one of the big, secret sauces to you guys to keep things within play.
Yeah, again, we're a young team, and they're only going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We get them all back next year. I'm just proud of them. I'm proud of them for playing a game yesterday. Like I said, we only had 11, 12 guys, but they all stepped up.
And
none of them quit.
That's the other thing. I keep forgetting to mention that. 11 to 12 guys. That means one guy goes down or one guy has to take a play off because of, gets shooken up on the play. Little room for error. And that's a lot. That's a lot for young guys. Early-ish in the morning, we should say. And to get up and play that many snaps all around. I mean, not many guys got much time to take time off. So I'm going to let you go, but really quick, let's just watch this together. We got another shifty run by number 1, Chase Kellum. Another great run, Chase there. So I know we're back at it again. I know, and we'll explain to the parents and the kids out there. I know there's no game coming up next weekend, which it does stink a little bit. Keeping the kids interested in practicing. You're going to have 5 or 6 practices between now and then, and keeping them prepared. I mean, it's not just us who are going through it, but the whole league, except for a few teams that have to make up games. I'm sure you and all the other coaches on the sophomore level have a game plan. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Al. And
all right.
Thank you for you've been doing a great job so far.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right, that's Coach Dave Arizzi, or is Riz, as the kids will call him, or we will call him. I don't think he ever knew when he started coaching that his nickname would become synonymous with the words that kids use a lot today. So real quick, let's look at the standings here. Somebody's asking, I think it says Josiah's asking, are you guys doing the juniors? Yes, we are. We're about to do that in a minute, so we will get into that shortly. But I want to go over a couple things. Let's hit a couple of comments real quick. Are the seniors in the playoffs? Adam, everybody is in the playoffs, but yes, the seniors in the playoffs. We're going to talk about the seniors a little bit. They did not have an official game. We did get a scrimmage in today, so I actually didn't get to watch the Eagles game, which is okay. But they did. I'm going to go back and watch that probably after I get done this. But we did have a scrimmage today to help kind of keep the guys in game mode, because there was going to be a very long downtime for us between Chichester not having a senior team, having that quote-unquote bye week next week. It would have been from one game to the playoff game would have been 3 weeks. So that would have made things a little difficult. Seeing some kids listen, man, playoffs are a whole different beast. The slate is a little swept at that point, clean, hopefully, and a fresh start for everybody, because everything's, do or die at that point. Chase and Mason and Julian are leaders on the team. They all go as far as they can take them. That's right, Coach Don. Some great kids on this team. Great players. Somebody's asking who won. Chi did win this one. That is true. Chi did win. Coach Phil, great job, Dave. Yes, great job. But we are going to talk about the juniors now. But real quick before we do that, I'll remind you guys, if you're looking for, just take this hat, for instance, the Horns hat, or great shirts, new hoodies, swag, anything you need. Clifton style, we have them at the Clifton merch store. It's on the website, it's on the social media. I will also plug it in the chat for everybody. So So there's a lot of merch items that'll be available now and even after the season if you want to, if you want to grab something for the holidays for the kids or something, or for next year or whatever you have. There is a lot of different options on there, and I'm going to be updating some as the year goes on and even into the new year or postseason. We'll be hitting it. So I did throw that in there. So there is that. And let's look at, yes, you have the new zipper down hoodie with the Clifton Rams Fear of the Horns, as well as the t-shirt version of that. And the new classic Clifton Rams flannel power premium Sherpa blanket. It's one of the many options. The hat I'm wearing, one of the many options out there for you to get at the merch store. And it does proceeds help the Clifton Heights Boys Club get all the great things that we have available to them, gear and all that stuff. So check it out. Whatever you can do. Don't forget the Rams raffle, as well as to get your great sports banquet tickets this week coming up. So stop up at the snack bar for all those great things. And so far we looked at it, like I said, freshmen lost 24-0, sophomores 28-7. Now we're going to jump on the juniors. Again, not a win. I understand that, but at this level, it's not all about the win. Reminder that this is all brought to you by Grossinger Nerve Pain Specialist, or go to phillysportsdoc.com. So let's look at the juniors, and I do have a quote because Coach Steve couldn't make it tonight, but he did send me a little quote he wants me to read here. I will get that about the season in a whole and, moving forward into the playoffs and all that stuff. But we were going to look at the media, the video clips here, and we'll break that down. Quanta, Chase Collum is mad cool, really good player and humble. Yeah, great kid, great all around. Yes, I have a bunch of great kids on this team, and they only are going to get better. I'm proud of all these kids and the way they stepped up. Yeah, a lot of adversity cut through this year, especially with the injuries. So, got to give these kids, a lot of credit. Really, at the senior level in the next, I guess, 2 to 3 years, I'm going to see some of these guys. So I really want to see how they grow. It'd be interesting to see how they mature into young men. So let's look here. The juniors, number one. I have 9 clips on them, just like I had the other 2. So let's look at them. Number 1, number 15, quarterback Jay Shard, guns at the Rams wide receiver, number 88, Joey Driscoll. And if you didn't have enough of that, let's try another one. Joey Driscoll weaving his way through his opponents in the open for an open field tackle. In the next clip. That's right, Joey. Joey had a big game tonight. You're going to hear his name quite a few times on some of these highlights here. Yes, they do, Joe. Yes, they do. They do work great together, and that's the one thing. As a coach, we get them for about 2 years, give or take, but usually 2 years before they move on. So, freshman to sophomore to junior to senior, and then, of course, out to high school and all that after that. So, we only get 2 years with them, but watching them work together, they stay together and work together, that, and by the time they make the junior, senior level, it just really gives you an idea of what they're going to be as they grow older and, maybe go on to play further into high school and college and beyond. You never know. So yeah, they do really work great together, and it's fun thing to watch. Number 3 on the night for the juniors. Joey Driscoll was another big tackle.
I want him on his butt. Cabello, you're inside dog. Cabello, no! Get him! Get him!
Big tackle there. Let's talk about number 12, Josiah Smith. He manhandles his way down the Clifton sideline for a big chunk play. Big play there. Big play there. Let's look at number 5 on the night here. Number 5 brings us to another Josiah Smith, this time with a big backfield shoestring style tackle.
Coming your way. Decide. Get on 10. Get on 10. Outside. Get him. There you go.
Big one for Josiah there. Coach Getz get them in the right position so they can do what they do best. Number 6 on the night. Number 1, Caleb Jones. Deeks Crusaders defenders here. Can really this kid can I coach him a little bit at the flag into freshman level, working with Coach Don, and watching him play and grow has been fun. This kid in open field can be really one of a dangerous player.
Go, Caleb!
Big play, big run. Just guys swiping at him and just missing him totally. The way he can shift, strife for those the exact term is it's just fun to watch. Number 7, here's another. Tell me if you heard this one before. Number 15 QB Jace Yard to number 88 Joey Driscoll continues to be a 1-2 punch combination that's going to be dangerous for years to come. And if you didn't have enough of Jace to Joey, here's one more for you. And this time for a touchdown. Big run there, big run. And this time, QB Jace Yard says, let me do it myself for the extra point. And that would be on the highlights tonight for the juniors. And like I said, I have a little something from here from Coach Steve Getz. This season didn't go exactly how we would like, finishing 2-5. And yes, that's on the coaches. But going forward, the team will prepare the next 5 practices to give their best effort. This team is young, and trust me, they have a lot of growth in the future wherever that leads them. I'm proud of the 26 kids that play for this junior team, whether we win or lose. My job as a coach is not only to teach the kids X's and O's, is to teach these kids the game of life. I like to thank all those who support the club and the team every week. Go Rams. That is from the president of the boys club, as well as the head coach of the junior team, Coach Steve Getz. I'm going to hit a couple of these comments right quick here. Jason, Joey do these plays every day outside of football. Yeah, I mean, that is a plus. Like, I thank you for pointing that out, Danielle, because I like to mention, we as coaches get an hour and a half, 3 days a week with these guys to install, to work with all of them, not just 2 guys, but the entire team. And it's nice that these guys, get to play like this in the schoolyard or out in the field or just goofing around, whatever. Don't just sit around and play football or play video games, especially when the weather's great, as it has been recently and throughout the summer. And, it only gives you guys, the kids, the players, parents, if you work with the kids, whatever, the opportunity to grow more and more than what we can do alone as coaches. So, thank you for pointing that out. Dave saying most of these kids play together since flag. It's really cool watching these kids play football and grow up right before your eyes. Yeah, no, you really need to get attached to the kids. There's kids that I've coached years ago. Like I said, I've been doing this for about a little over 11 years now. Guys who are now out in playing football for the high schools, if it's Upper Darby, O'Hara, Bonner, wherever they go. I keep tabs on them. They come up to the field. They tell me about the highs and lows of playing high school football, how different it was. Even one guy just came up to me recently and said, "Coach, you are absolutely right. It is a lot different, the way they handle things in high school level. Kind of a coming to Jesus moment for some guys, but that's a good thing. Everybody needs to learn that. Bryce will be in the weight room off season. Will be bigger and better next year. Proud of him. Yes, Coach. Coach Don also has a kid on team, just like I have a kid on the sophomore team. His kid's on junior. I've coached him a little bit too in his early years. Just bright futures for a lot of these guys if they keep putting the good effort forth. Seeing that, Joey, let's go. These two work all year long with each other. Absolutely, Joey. That's good to hear. Coach Steve has really a good team, but they're young and they will get better with time. And that's absolutely it. Listen, I tell people it's the circle of life of coaching. You get like a year or two with these guys, and by the time you really feel like you have something, they're gone. They're moving on to the next level. And then you got to start fresh with other guys. So the maturation process is huge with these young guys. Like I said, there was no official senior game this week, especially against Chichester. They don't have a senior. I'm sorry. Before we get into that, let's do this. Let's look at the juniors. So, like I said, if everything stayed the same, they would be going to, looks like Chichester right now. Depending on, again, 302 and Drexel Hill are playing each other. So if somehow 302 upsets Drexel Hill, it could adjust things a little bit. Probably not too much. And I know Darby and Cobbs Creek also will have some things to say, because right now there's a tie at third and fourth place between Chichester and Darby in the junior division. So, but as of right now, if everything was to end, the juniors would be going to Chichester for the playoff game. So it'd be a real quick turnaround, a little familiarity with both teams, plays and makes things a little bit interesting that way from a coaching and player standpoint. So we'll look at that. But like I said, I have no clips for the senior team. I just want to thank. We got a team who actually have kind of fallen into the same problem we did. Like I said, after last week's game against 69th Street would have been the last time that the senior team was playing against a opposing football team until November 1st for a playoff, which is it's tough. Even in adults who, you watch Major League Baseball players come out of all-star breaks a little slow. It's really hard to keep the game intensity, the game playing the work, the hard work putting in when it's kind of feels like forever and a day when you have to play weeks later. So we had the opportunity. A team reached out to us, and I want to thank the Brandywine Warriors for reaching out to the senior team and playing with, letting us come up to their field this afternoon and playing. Great game back and forth, very defensive game. Ultimately, seniors did win 13-6. It wasn't about the wins and losses. It was really just a game experience playing against a really good team on both sides, really playing very hard. So it was very fun, and I want to give my whole senior team kudos. Last minute notice from the team. I mean, no offense, and everything kind of came at last minute. Not that it's anybody's fault, and most guys were able to make it out. Which I want to thank the parents who did come out. There's about 15 people out there, which is a lot because, Brandywine, Delaware is not super far away from Chichester. It's probably another 10 minutes, if that. So it wasn't like we had to go much further than we would have had to if we played Chichester, but it was like kind of last minute. People were expecting not to do anything this weekend. So plans were sure were made. So few guys couldn't make it, but for the most part, most guys who made it, I want to thank your parents. I gave everybody a chance to play a lot today, which was great. Some guys were put in positions that they weren't used to. We were missing a few tackles, and both defensively and offensively. I'll give a shout out to Jack Battersby, who has only played tight end his whole year here, and a lot of the time here in Clifton, and he had to slide over and play left tackle, which is huge. It's a blind, it's one of the hardest positions on the offensive line on the field. And he played very well. So I want to throw some love out to Jack. And all the guys who stepped up and played very well today. It was like I said, a back and forth battle, very physical team. and one of the better teams in the league that they're in. Actually, the best team in the league that they're in. So I want to thank them for number one, being gracious hosts. They were really nice. Came up, talked to us, the coaches and the president of the organization. Spent some time with us, talked with us, showed us just great hospitality, great team, great guys who we played against. Just one of those all around really great football days, in the sense that no problems, no shenanigans. Everybody played intense football, but very quality football at the same time with no real headaches. So big shout out to my senior team today for getting out there, and just playing a great game. So with that being said, we'll look at real quick at the standings for the seniors as this point rolls around. Again, this really can get confusing. Not confusing, but really can start making some big hay here, because now we have, not that we just tied with 69th Street, which we all know how I feel about that one, which really kind of threw things for a loop for a second. Cobbs Creek and Drexel Hill, actually, they had ties as well. So they really threw the numbers off a little bit here. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out. So right now we are in fourth place. That means we would have a home playoff. If everything laid the same as it is, we would have a home playoff game against Cobbs Creek. But things can adjust. Darby still has to play, as well as 302 and Drexel Hill. So there's a lot of moving parts with this. Things can fluctuate. But we will keep you guys posted. Once we know who will be playing, I will post that on all our social media when we have the schedule, where and when and who we're playing. And guys, please, everybody come out, support the teams. It's a long season. I mean, start August 1st and you work from August 1st to September to play. And we've been playing all year long. Some bruises, all that stuff. Had some wounds. Some guys are out for the season. It's not easy, but guys have done really well. And for those who didn't know, the coaches of the senior team are trying to really make it interesting for the seniors, because again, a lot of these players, it's their last time possible. If they don't win November 1st, it'll be the last time they suit up for Clifton Heights Rams. So it's going to be a very big and emotional day for them. So what we're trying to do is make it an orange out. That's right. Whoever we play, wherever we go, we want our sideline to be oranged out. That's absolutely great. Wear all your orange pants, orange shirts. I went on Amazon and bought a bunch of orange stuff for like $25. I'm talking shirts, pants, shorts, zipper down hoodie, you name it, they got it. So whatever you need to do, if you don't I don't have a lot of orange. I even have orange shoes. That's a long story besides itself. So, we're gonna take this and turn it into that. That's what we're gonna be trying to do. Take this and turn it into that. AI is a heck of a tool anymore. No, I'm not picking my nose in that one, but it does look like that. So we want everybody to look like this. Coming out, we were trying to get Coach Vinny to dye that beard orange. That'd be great. But we'll see. I'm sure he's gonna be a tough pull for that one. But we're trying to get everybody oranged out. Absolutely. Great job, seniors. Thank you, Lynn. Quan, Joey Driscoll was everywhere. Didn't care about the score. Gibbons 100% was flying on dudes. Absolutely, Quan. And that's the point, man. Scores be damned. We love to win a championship as coaches and as kids. And it's a memorable thing. I tell the kids all that all the time. I mean, winning championships at a young age, I don't care if you're 12, 10, 11, 9, whatever years old. It's something you will remember, and guys you'll probably stay in touch with for most, if not all, your life. Because it's a connection you can't sever. My daughter's last year cheering. Shout out to Peyton Green. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have I did shout out the cheerleaders a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't get much video on them or anything to put out, but I do want to thank them for all year long for what they do. But after they do their cheer competition, I will put it up on social media for everybody. Vinny sprays his beard orange. I'll spray mine orange. There you go. There we go. Daniel Sharkey, coach of the freshman team. is saying, Vinny, if you do it, he'll do it. 2 big orange beards. That would be amazing. I'm putting I'm throwing the gauntlet at Vinny. So if you guys know Vinny or you're friends with him, text him. If you're on social media with him, text him, message him, whatever you want to do. Tell him we want you to go orange. We want hashtag orange beard. That's what we want. Hashtag orange beard. So there you go. Gauntlet has been thrown. Thanks, Daniel, for that. But that is about to do it for the night this evening, guys. Reminder, please sell your Rams raffles. Come buy your Rams raffles. After tomorrow will be 11 days. You got 11 days left to get your raffle tickets, to get yours turned in, to buy your own. If you haven't bought your own yet, I haven't bought my own yet. I got to get out there and buy my own. I got to practice what I preach. Get them out there, get it. Don't forget, come up to the snack bar, get your Rams Sports Banquet this December 5th at 6 o'clock at the Clarion Hotel in Essington. $30 adults, $20 children. Just a great time. Do their trophies, coaches get some speeches about their kids, food, fun for the family, kids. You can bring whoever you want. Just got to buy the ticket, of course. So come check it out. And don't forget the store. Absolutely great merch up there for you. And don't forget to get your orange. Go get it now. I will be oranged out. Trust me, you'll see me. I'm going all out. I already just got all my stuff in today. There you go. Let's go, Vinny. You heard it. Vinny, I know you're watching, Vin. I know you're watching, Vin. You watch from behind. You very quietly watch everything from, what's going on. So I know you're paying attention. All right. Thank you, Phil, as always. Guys, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Great job on the season, to the board, to the coaches, and to the families who sat there and came to support the team and support your kids and grandkids and aunts and uncles and all that. But we're not done yet. We got the playoffs. This is where we need it the most. We need to be, ring the bells, ring them, make it loud, make people know that even if we're not in Clifton, that you're playing against Clifton. And just let everybody know that that's what we're here for. So other than that, guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you. This is the Rams wrap up. I'm Big Al. I will talk to you guys next time.